Back on SmackDown, Finlay and Kennedy awaiting their opponents in this no disqualification tag team match. Ladies and gentlemen, Batista has one thing in mind tonight, and that is revenge. He has one thing in mind 2 nights from tonight at Backlash, and that is to regain what he calls his World Championship.
Introducing next, from Washington, D.C., weighing 290 pounds, Batista!
Talk about dynamics that are off the chart, Michael. You've got Batista, who wants revenge from Finlay and Mr. Kennedy. You've got Batista, who has not been able to coexist with The Undertaker. And you've got Batista, who in 2 days says he wants his championship back. How much can be running through one person's head?
You see Batista's thigh heavily taped. That's the result of the attack last week by Finlay and Kennedy. And tonight, as we came on the air, Batista and Kennedy were brawling in the locker room area. A brawl that made its way to ringside, involving Finlay and Batista's partner here tonight.
Introducing his tag team partner, from Death Valley, weighing 305 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker!
The new World Champion, The Undertaker, went 15-0 at WrestleMania as he won the world title from the man who is his partner tonight, Batista, a partner who Undertaker will meet in 2 nights at Backlash in a last man standing match with a world championship on the line.
I think, Michael, that term partner you're using, brother, loosely.
Well, let's look at the dichotomy of this matchup, John. The fact that The Undertaker and Batista both have unfinished business tonight against Finlay and Kennedy. The ambushes and the sneak attacks from last week, and then the brawl that happened earlier on tonight. Your point is well taken. Can The Undertaker and Batista coexist 2 nights from Backlash? Almost a hypnotic trance that Undertaker will lull his opponents into with this magnificent walk to the ring.
We keep talking about the dichotomy between The Undertaker and Batista, but you got to throw in the capriciousness of Kennedy and Finlay into this mix. We're fixing to watch one heck of a tag team matchup.
And remember, it's no disqualification,
No
John.
disqualification, Michael. The Undertaker kept his streak alive and ended Batista's reign. The question, Michael, 2 days from now at Backlash, can Batista get back what Batista says is his?
In order to do that, Batista's going to have to keep The Undertaker down for a 10 count.
Never been done.
In order to retain the title, Undertaker's going to have to keep Batista down for a 10 count.
Never been done.
One thing to pin a man 1, 2, 3, but to keep a man down for a count of 10?
Look at this. You think you can keep that man down for a 10 count?
Hey,
or how about that man right there, Batista? Either that's what we have in 2 days, Michael.
You've been in the ring with both of those men. Is there any way to keep either one of them down for 10?
I I never could, and I was world champion longer than anybody in the history of SmackDown. I knocked them both down. I couldn't keep either one of them down.
Champion and challenger partners tonight, staring at each other and working together as a team, kicking things off. Finlay into the ring by Batista. Undertaker goes to work on Kennedy, bouncing off the announce table in a matchup that will be nothing short of a brawl. No disqualification is quickly underway. And Batista with authority, the power of the former champion, sending Finlay kidney first into the steel ring post. Batista with the knees to the jaw of Finlay as Undertaker looks on.
Oh, let me tell you the one unknown variable right now, and that is that white tape around Batista's right leg.
And that was because of an injury he suffered at the hands of Finlay last week. An attack with the shillelagh during that ambush. Undertaker comes in off the tag. I guess the first illegal tag of this matchup. And Kennedy doing what he can to try to stay away from the world champion, trying to use his quickness, Mr. Money in the Bank. This could be a potential matchup somewhere down the road. Kennedy and Undertaker. Kennedy cashes in Money in the Bank. And look at Finlay pulling the hair of the Undertaker, allowing Kennedy to tee off and well within the rules, because there are no rules. There's no disqualification. Kennedy targeting the hamstrings of the Undertaker. Oh, and what a clothesline! Here's the cover kick out at 2.
And I'll tell you what I don't get. You got Captain Cialis, Teddy Long back there, just completely letting people run roughshod. Why in the world would he do something like this to Mr. Kennedy and Finlay? Stick them in the ring with a guy like Batista and The Undertaker for absolutely no reason, Michael. It's just not fair to these two guys. And I don't like it.
What do you mean for no reason? What are you talking about? I mean, Kennedy and Finlay have been unfairly attacking, ambushing Batista and The Undertaker. And Finlay whipped into the corner, and Batista walked into the boot of the veteran Finlay. And there's a big right by the Animal and a former world champion, hammering away with rights and lefts to Finlay. Wow! And Kennedy ran right into a right hand. How good does Batista look, John? Do you think Sunday will be his night? Oh, look at Finlay and Kennedy sailing over the top rope. Undertaker and Batista putting their differences aside so far tonight. Can they keep it up when we return to SmackDown? Look at Batista, the strength of the Animal into the suplex, floats into the cover. Here's the cover, and Finlay breaking up the 3 count, and there's no disqualification. Tag team matchup as we welcome you back to SmackDown from London, England. Sold out Earl's Court, over 13,000 watching The Undertaker and Batista versus Finlay and Kennedy.
You asked me, Michael, if you've ever seen Batista look better, if Sunday might be his night. Your answer is right in front of your eyes, Michael. Batista has never looked better, and if anybody can put down The Undertaker, and I can't imagine anybody doing it, it would be Batista.
What do you mean by put down? You mean put down for a 10 count?
For a 10 count.
Here's the cover by Undertaker.
Can you imagine, as big and strong and as athletic as Undertaker and Batista are, one of them are going to get beaten so bad they will not be able to get to their own feet. You don't slip over. You don't get a quick submission. You beat a guy until he
Oh, look at that. Finlay caused the distraction as Undertaker went for old school, but Undertaker right back up with a clothesline. And Finlay walks into the boot.
Can you imagine how embarrassing this would be for Finlay, an Irishman, to lose in England?